Hi everyone, I'm Sunny, and you're listening to Sunny's podcast. Whenever I turn on the recorder and do a podcast, I feel so satisfied, you guys. It's like my emotions just flow out, and I don't have to worry too much about how I'll appear, if I need to do my makeup, or if I should wear nice clothes. For example, right now, I'm wearing a familiar pair of blue sweatpants that often appear in my Instagram stories, and a very plain white Osaka Tokyo t-shirt. I look, well, definitely not camera ready for video. But that's exactly why podcasts feel so comfortable. I feel like podcasts are where I can truly be myself, focusing entirely on what I say and how I feel. Of course, each podcast episode covers different topics, and perhaps if you're here today with Sunny's podcast, we share a certain soulful connection. And if you do, I wonder how your life has been lately. Is it similar to mine? I'm quite curious. Honestly, I want to share that my life lately has been incredibly peaceful. So peaceful because everything feels so comfortable for me. I feel like it's a very good sign. Of course, there will always be ups and downs, but what's the word? The changes aren't too drastic, not too many. Every day, I feel very comfortable. I work, I get many collaboration opportunities. If I want to go somewhere, I can book a plane ticket and go. I meet old friends, we chat and reminisce about university days in a tiny 12-square-meter dorm room. I meet new friends and ask them about lives I haven't experienced, like living abroad. In general, 2022 seems to be a very gentle year for me. That's how I feel. Or maybe the pressures haven't been significant enough for me to feel it's been a tough year, full of challenges. Sometimes, too much peace can also be a problem. But the issue here isn't necessarily about breaking that peace. I'm still very much enjoying it, savoring every moment. I'm planning a trip for the end of the year. If you watched my video looking back at last year from earlier this year, I mentioned I really wanted to see snow with the person I love during Christmas, but I'll probably have to do it alone. I don't know. Still, I feel everything is peaceful. Peaceful in a way that isn't bad or unhappy. It means nothing too special, nothing too sad. Everything is moving in a good direction and each day is just normal. There are a few goals from the beginning of the year that I haven't achieved yet, and most of them are in the romantic aspect, Because those things we usually can't control, right? Things related to numbers are easier. So, when it comes to love, I'll let things happen naturally. In general, I embrace everything very naturally and comfortably. And if I can't see snow with my lover, I can always see it alone, right? Or with friends if fate allows. The story I want to share in today's podcast is just a small, gentle confession. Do you ever feel like when life is too peaceful, you want to change? You want to do something new, even while enjoying that peace. That's how I feel. Because I see some things in the future that I think I need to prepare for right now. This period of peace signals the end of a cycle, I feel. It's like throughout all these past years, I've worked so hard, strived, and in the last year or two, I've been reaping the sweet fruits of things I invested in 3 or 4 years ago. And now is still the time I'm receiving those rewards. It means I'm receiving more than I'm investing. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I feel incredibly grateful, but at the same time, I want to move into a new cycle. I need to do more to change, to be worthy of what I'm receiving. That's how I feel. It's like everything is on a very good track now. I've become very proficient in my work since graduating, which has been about 5 or 6 years now. I feel like I chose the right path, and I've reached a pretty good level in my current job. Perhaps it's time to start a new cycle, and I think this cycle will last about 3 to 5 years, a new development cycle for myself. And I see this peaceful period as the time for me to start making plans, to clearly recognize the next steps in my future, and to embrace significant changes in my life. I find the number 3 to be very special, like a 3-year cycle. For example, when I graduated and started working in 2017, I moved to Saigon, and then I quit my job to start YouTube. That was about 3 years. 2017, 2018, 2019. From 2019 onwards, I've focused solely on YouTube. That's been my main job as a content creator, sharing about lifestyle, self-development, and positive things. From 2019 until now, 2020, 2021, 2022, that's also 3 years. So now I've had a 6-year cycle, and I think the next 3 years will be 3 years of even more innovation, even more self-development. And I'm gradually getting a clearer picture of the image I want to strive for in the next 3 years. So lately, I've been very excited, making plans, setting clearer goals for my vision and personal mission in developing my value, my capabilities, and making more contributions to people. That's how I feel, and I think the world is also entering new cycles. The past few years, ever since COVID-19 appeared, until now, it's also been 3 years. The world has changed so much in these 3 years, and now new cycles are beginning, and these upcoming cycles will bring many difficulties, I think. That means there will be things like wars and natural disasters. Sunny thinks there will be quite a lot of it. Will it affect us? Of course, it will, whether a little or a lot. And Sunny believes that cyclical development always exists, so I often take time to consider my development in stages, in cycles. And this is the time I'm preparing for the next cycle, from 2023, 2024, 2025. These are 3 very important years in my life. When life is too peaceful, we can enjoy it, but if we're still young, let's not rush to indulge too much in comfort. Of course, when Sunny says these things, you might feel a bit pressured. I understand that many of you don't want too much pressure in life, telling you to develop, to try harder. But for me, this inner development doesn't come from any external force, but rather like a voice within me. It's like, I need to do something even bigger, and currently I'm in my comfort zone, enjoying what I've worked for all this time. But I'm still young, and in the future I aspire to even more. I want to contribute more and create more value, so I must continue to invest, continue to learn, and continue to start a new cycle in my own development. No one is pressuring me or pushing me to be a certain way. Even though I have many followers and a bit of influence online, all the decisions in my life must come from that inner voice. And during this time, my soul is trying to tell me many things. In this peaceful period, I'm very grateful for everything I have right now. Therefore, to be worthy of it, I must try even harder. Right now, I can't share specific future goals with you, but I'm certain that if we continue this journey together, you will walk with Sunny, you will grow with me, and you will know what I'll be doing next, what my plans are for the next 3 years, and how I'll execute them. You know, the older I get, the more I realize that time is running out. Each day that passes means another day is gone. I'm 27, 28 now. If I don't do the things I want to do, perhaps in a few years, with more commitments and responsibilities, I won't be as carefree as I am now, able to do everything I like. I used to be afraid of so many things, but perhaps now is the time to look directly at those fears, starting with the smallest ones and just move forward. In fact, over the past years, I've overcome many fears, one small step at a time, and of course, bigger fears await. I truly want to discover myself. What more can I achieve? How far can my abilities take me? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? I ask myself these questions and write them down, then start planning. Each of us has our own mission. Sometimes just living well, having peace of mind is enough. But sometimes something inside me says, perhaps I was born to do more than that. Maybe to be a source of comfort and support for the people I love, a place to share, to help so many young people out there who feel lonely, who feel they're not good enough, not confident, not anyone special, not loved. Sunny believes we all deserve the most wonderful things we aspire to in this life. And if we want so much, perhaps we should start. Start thinking about it, start desiring it, and start doing it. Each of us is born with different destinies, but the destination you desire, you can absolutely reach it. It's just that sometimes we have to go slower or take a very difficult path. But Sunny is here to encourage you to have your own goals for growth. Take time to reflect on yourself and see if it's time for us to change. If you felt life has been too peaceful lately, perhaps it's time to step into a new cycle. A new cycle for you to challenge yourself more, to do more new things in your life, and to transform yourself. If I look back at myself in 2017 and now, in 2022, I couldn't have imagined that today I would be here, talking to hundreds of thousands of people listening to these words. For a girl like me, it's a miracle. I can't deny that divine providence has also played a part, you know. God's grace, God's love, to give me the luck to be closer to all of you, right? But if I didn't start, there would be no luck at all. There are only a few months left until we step into 2023. Sunny isn't here to pressure you. Sunny is here to motivate you to occasionally listen to your soul, listen to what your inner self is trying to tell you. You are all wonderful people. Sometimes, you yourselves can change someone else's life. You yourselves change your own life, your own world, and from there, it miraculously affects others. And Sunny believes that if each of us becomes better, this world will become better. Periods of peace will pass. Storms will come, sometimes growing stronger, and we need to prepare ourselves with solid provisions to weather such storms. The storms, the crises of your 20s, 25, 27, 30, those storms will come to you. So, with each passing day, perhaps we need to prepare stronger provisions for ourselves. We need to grow every day like that to make life more meaningful. And a small announcement before ending this podcast. Sunny will be launching her first notebook at the end of October. It's not available yet, but Sunny wanted to let you know beforehand. This is also my first project, self-producing a notebook, my own notebook brand. And for me, it's one of those things that pushes me out of my comfort zone, investing a significant amount of money, investing time in designing, agonizing over many thoughts. And Sunny is really looking forward to its launch. Please stay tuned. Thank you all so much for listening to today's podcast. Goodbye and see you in the next episodes.